Gaudy. So Gaudy. Gaudy Stats. Gaudy Stats. Good God, that's Gaudy. Welcome to Gaudy Stats.
With Ben Simmons.
What's on the menu, Benny boy?
Welcome. It's a pleasure having you. Hope you're having a great day. It was a beautiful day in Portland, Oregon. The birds were twittering, tweeting. The original tweet. The hummingbirds, scrub jays, twittering up a storm, tweeting, squawking, crows flying overhead. Beautiful scene. Sun shining. Thin veil of clouds. Idyllic. For some reason, kids are setting off fireworks. Had to stop the pod a couple times now. I find myself turning into a crotchety old man at the age of 36 with these kids. I mean, I like fireworks as much as the next guy. I love a nice firework, all right? Nice explosion in the sky. Excuse me. But, come on, man. Sunday night? Sounds like a gunshot. The Rona's going on. Come on now. There's just so many kids in my neighborhood, and they're cool. I mean, when I say hi, I'm nice. I'm a nice guy, all right? God, people who say they're a nice guy over and over again are usually like really weird and not nice at all. But, no, like, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was a week ago. I hadn't driven the car in like a month. It was dead as a doornail. And I was trying to jump start it with this jump starter I have. Well, how else are you going to fucking jump start it, man? I guess you could plug it in somebody else's car. Anyways, whenever you jump start a Honda Accord, at least mine, the car alarm goes off. And in this case, I couldn't get it off. It was because of the dead battery, and the car alarm just went off and it would not shut off. Turned off, closed the doors, unlocked, or locked, unlocked. Tried to turn off the panic, did everything. Anyways, it's going off. Everyone's getting, like, you can see the neighbors looking out their windows. Everyone's getting all. So this woman, their next door neighbor, comes out, and she's like, "Excuse me, my son is trying to sleep. He's taking a nap. It's 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. He's taking a nap. Excuse me, could you please stop that?" I looked at her in the face and I said, "I'm not trying to do this. You understand? Like, this is not, I did not devise this to cause this noise pollution, okay? I didn't set out to do this. This is unintentional, okay?" And she looked at me, she's like, oh. And it's like, and I said, if I could stop this, I would, but I can't. I can't stop it. I'm trying to stop it right now. I want my car to have power, like, have power so I can drive it. I want it to have power. And like I kept saying that and like staring at her. I wanted to have power. I want to start my car and I can't. And she was just like, "Oh, okay, all right, I'm sorry, okay." But just the gall, and she slunk back into her house. But just the gall to tell someone, I don't know. I think I didn't get mad. I just was very firm. But come on, man. You think I'm trying to make my car alarm? Who tries to make their car alarm go off? Would you think I was like trying to break into the car? And like, yeah, I know I know it's not nice to have your kid wake up from a nap and everything, but it's a little selfish. Come on, I mean, a little selfish, no? Am I crazy? Well, anyways, so enough of that. Today, Kemp and I talk about his favorite player. I'm tired of hearing his name, Thomas Brady, and those dirty Buccaneers of Tampa Bay. We get into it because that's his new team now. I mean, he's still a Patriots fan, I guess, but I feel like this is a historical thing. You got, like, arguably, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. I hate saying it. I hate it, but it's just the stats, the achievements, the Super Bowls. You can't deny it. You just can't. I mean, you really cannot deny it. So we get into it. What's their ceiling? We go through the schedule. and we reflect on Brady's legacy a little bit. Parts of it were painful for me. Parts of it were tough, but it was a good talk. Enjoy talking to the Kempster. This is the evening. I already ate. I had some chicken nuggets. Oh, they were good. A little ketchup, mustard. I got this like little balsamic reduction that I've been using on shit. Have a little guacamole. It was kind of gross though. It was store-bought, like, it's all prepackaged and shit. Ate some of that with some vegetables and some fucking potatoes and shit. Oh boy, it was good. It was good. Oh god, wish I had more dessert food though. I need to buy myself a dozen cookies, send them post-haste to my abode. Anyways, let's get into it. Enough rambling. Let's do it. The virus to crash your whole computer and revert you to papyrus.
Dude, I can't. I like that. I am moving all my CDs from the basement to my upstairs because I've got a desk, an office now up there. But
nice.
Moving all those up. I really thought that my albums, my CDs would be worth a lot more than they are now. But,
do you have Spotify?
Deltron,
I just got Spotify.
But I was collecting them as like relics, like classics, like these will be like the records, the albums, the LPs back in the day be worth like a lot of money. Man, they ain't worth shit.
Well, if it's hard to find, if it's kind of like a rare, like limited print CD or something, it's worth more.
Like,
but no, you're right.
Like the Foreign Exchange, they've got an album out that's like, it's out of print or whatever, limited prints, and so I have that. But like the actual CD shot to shit,
Yeah.
So even if those are like MF Doom and Doomsday, like that's out of print because of copyright. Marvel got mad at him using Dr. Doom, so like you can't find that anywhere. But again, the album shot to shit.
Yeah. I had there was this Aphex Twin song I liked a lot. It was like a 9-minute drone kind of song. It's called like Stone Floating in Space or something like that. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Stone Floating in Space.
Yeah, I mean,
this is what it sounds like when a stone.
It's called Stone in Focus. Stone in Focus. And it was not
Stone
on
Floating in Space.
It was not on any of his albums, and I found that it was only on this compilation album with a bunch of other ambient music. And so I found it on Amazon. I bought it for like $30 or something. And that like just for that one song, because I wanted to like have the song. And then I do that, and I've like I downloaded like the Cure Destruction or Disintegration album not too long ago. And then like 3 days ago I just got Spotify, so it's all like worthless.
I know, right? Dude, it's so funny you mentioned Spotify. Like I felt like I was the last person to like get into Spotify.
No, I'm the last person.
A few months ago.
I'm officially the last person.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like I felt like I just got on it, and I was like, oh man, I'm doing my mail. Like, okay, I like this, and I was about to say something on our main chat, like, oh guys, I just did Spotify. Like, man, I'm like, oh god, I'll never hear the end of it from those guys. I'm sure everybody's on Spotify except for fucking me. But I'm like, oh my god, I just found Spotify, and you just start up. Yeah, you can start the songs you like. Like, oh my fucking, I'm like, I sound like my fucking dad. So I didn't say anything, but dude, I was just on Spotify like I don't know last week, and I'm like, okay, let me look through. I'm looking through albums, and I think The Cure Disintegration was the first album I've gone through that I've like starred every song on it.
Oh
I was like, oh
yeah.
man, this is a milestone. This is like the first one because I was like, I did Illmatic and Nas, but the intro is just the intro, so I didn't pick that. A lot of them have intros, but but this one was the first one I picked all the songs. So I was like, this is. I feel like I need to say something about this. This Cure album
The
is
Cure.
incredible.
The
Oh
Cure.
man.
Did you
Oh,
cry?
I will. Bro, in my new place, I've got in my new place I redid my bathroom and I discovered that they actually have these things. They are lights. They're like LED lights that actually have like a boom box in the LED light, right?
Oh
So you can
shit.
like, and it's Bluetooth, and so I can like just jam out while I'm taking a shower.
I thought
And
you were
I
gonna
got
say taking a shit.
dude, that too. So I've got one facing my shower, one facing my shitter, and they're all connected. So like you can just jam out, man.
Dude, I bet I can just picture you like singing along to like Whitney Houston in the shower. Like I can just totally see that.
Dude, hey, with Spotify, man, I've got my soul mix.
Yeah,
How
man.
it gives you like, oh, your daily mix.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't really explored that yet. I feel like such an old guy getting like I think
Yeah,
Spotify started in
dude. I just
2010.
got on it like 2 months ago. I just got on
Yeah,
it like 2 months ago, man.
it's
Me
kind
and
of
you
sad.
can commiserate on being like the last ones
Yeah,
to figure this out.
but I was
But
listening to I was listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire yesterday. So good.
dude, once you like listen to like of a certain genre, it'll start making a daily playlist or whatever. And
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm gonna get into those, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm being controlled by a machine when
I know,
can-
I
I
know,
consist.
it's
I go back to the
grinding.
algorithm. I just like play along with the algorithm. So I'm trying to dodge all that. But yeah, I'm sure I'll like be listening to my daily
Yeah,
mix.
yeah, it knows what you like
Pretty
before
soon.
you do, man.
I know. I feel like an android.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking about androids and all that, Isaac Asimov, right?
Yeah.
What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Of course you know Isaac
Well, I don't know.
Asimov.
I don't know much about him, but I know of him.
Yeah. Well, me too. He's Isaac Asimov. He's the iRobot guy.
Yeah.
I Am Legend, maybe too. Did he
Bicentennial
guys?
Man. Bicentennial Man.
Yeah.
I think
I think I Am Legend. I feel like he did I Am Legend
he did
as well.
something else like super famous that I can't remember. Bicentennial
The
Man. I
found
am.
it's he's known for like this. It's the Foundation series.
Hmm.
It's like a trilogy of books, and he wanted it to be. Eventually, later on, he was like, I kind of wanted it to be like a science fiction answer to like Lord of the Rings, sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
As far as like just like as far as like the scope, like an epic,
Yeah.
But he's like it's basically so and the story is that his publisher was coming in wanting him to have an idea for a new science fiction book, right? And he didn't have anything. He was like, I don't have anything. And the publisher was really pressing him to get something done. Well, at the time, he's reading Edward Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire,
Hmm.
and so he's like off the top, well, like sitting in a meeting with the publisher, and he's just like making it up as he goes, but he's basing it around what he's learning from ancient Rome and the fall of the Roman Empire to kind of build this like space galactic empire that's like, rolling universe, but it's on its decline and fall. So it's like that. So I'm like, oh man, I just learned about this like just a few days ago, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta download this. I gotta read this. This is right up my alley, dude. Right up your alley too, Ben. I know you're
Shit.
listening. You're listening. You want stuff to occupy your time right now because. Well, I mean, are you working from home?
Yeah. Not much has changed for me, unfortunately. I'm kind of jealous of the people who are like at home and don't have to work.
That's what I am. Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But no, it's I've had a little bit more free time, I guess, here and there, but not really. I mean,
well, hey, dude, I'll have to link you up to the audiobook for the foundation, and you're gonna have to.
Are they on Spotify?
Does Spotify do audiobooks?
Well, that's all I listen to now, so I hope so.
No podcast?
No, dude, I'm hardwired into Spotify now. I even got a little like
you're on the grid.
I got a USB thing in my brain that I just hook it right up, and
yeah,
I'm
right.
Part of the mainframe now.
No, you can't disappear anymore, man.
Yeah.
You are part. I mean, Trump can find you wherever you go. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's not. Hey, but be on the flip side of it though. On the flip side of it, like staying at home, like I'm always worried that I'm about to get a call. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? We're gonna have to place you on leave or whatever.
Oh.
It's always like that, you know.
I hope not, man.
Or
I hope
gonna have
not.
to furlough you, or what? And you're like,
Yeah.
Especially with what I do, man.
Yeah, because you're out in the world. You're out in the world quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm traveling and everything. So now they got me doing like Nielsen we have these diaries things. And so we have phone. I mean, it's a whole different section of Nielsen, but like, they're like they need more people to help send out diaries now, and so we got to call these homes up, and they're like, you know what, like here's what you need to say. They're like, okay, here's what you need to say. Here's what you have to say verbatim. Blah blah blah. It's like, but outside of that, like just wing it. You can be anybody. Like you're only gonna talk to these people once. They want to do it, fine, but just be whoever. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, this is a great time to really hone my British accent. So
I mean, you're a good sales guy. I know that.
No, I'm not, man. No, I'm not. Don't say that. Don't say that because I'm not.
You're not a good sales guy.
I flub up shit all the time, dude.
I think you got a certain charm. You got a certain charm about you.
Yeah.
It's certain. It's definitely certain, but it's a charm.
It's a little niche area that doesn't get scratched much on most people, but when they say
No. On it, like all joking aside, I think I don't think I know you'd be a good sales guy. I'm surprised you haven't done sales. You've done sales in the past, right?
No, not really. Just because I'm like I don't know if I'd be good at that. I just like.
I honestly think you would be, especially if it was something that you're interested in and you knew a lot about it.
Yeah, I know, but like if it was history, forget about it. I feel like I could sell history, but if it's like the Nielsen ratings,
maybe you could just put on a mask and go sell like Encyclopedia Britannicas door to door.
Encyclopedia Britannica? Yeah, dude, I could probably do that. Probably like what, $400 for the set? Encyclopedia Britannica salesman. Oh, that would be great. I would love to be able to.
In 2020.
Yeah. Oh man.
Great business model.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh fuck.
just starting up. We're just we're a .com. She's like,
Anything.
oh, it's so cheap. So how much? Yeah, $400. Wait, what?
Wait, I can just go on Google and just type in my question, and
Let me tell you.
there's a certain vintage je ne sais quoi to the Britannica encyclopedias.
There's certain, you want to, it's not about the information in here. It's about how you feel when you put it up there and you just look smart.
Yeah, that's kind of, that's funny you said. That's kind of true though, because, like, I mean, what are the point of bookshelves even now? I mean, you can get a book and, get it on your Kindle or download the audiobook. It's becoming.
I actually still like the actual book.
I do too. Yeah, I still get books myself. I'm just saying, I think for a lot of people,
which, by the way,
might seem pointless.
Man, you've got my John Adams book from like way back. I know you like that book a lot, but
what?
Yeah, my John Adams book.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he says as he looks right at the John Adams book on his bookshelf. I don't know what
John Adams.
I don't know. I have no clue what you're talking about, dude. I have no clue.
Yeah. But I might have do I have your Benjamin Franklin? Because we like swapped.
You do. You do have my Benjamin Franklin.
I might have your Benjamin Franklin. So we might.
You got my Benji Franks, and honestly, it would take way too long, be way too expensive to ship it to me. So don't even worry about it. And I won't be shipping the John Adams book either. So don't worry about that either.
Just go ahead. It's going to be way too long for me to do that. But you go ahead and ship that one to me. That will
well, you did send me a very nice Marcus Aurelius quote, so I really appreciate it. So I probably should send you that John Adams, but I don't know.
No,
I don't know if I want to though.
No, don't worry about it. Hey, look at me. I think we made the exchange 10 years ago.
I think it was longer than that.
I haven't forgotten it.
I think it was like 2004 or something.
Yeah. No. We were definitely in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Why did I ever make that exchange, dude? The Ben Franklin book's so much better.
I don't know why I made that. I don't know why I made that exchange.
And he's Ben Franklin's such a better guy, better historical figure, and it's a better book.
Yeah,
John Adams' book is like, it's like, I don't know, it's like eating oatmeal and like it's just so just blah.
He's a proper Puritan. Benjamin Franklin kind of comes off as one of the things that Benjamin Franklin kind of
man of all seasons.
That guy. Yeah, maybe. I guess. Yeah. I mean, in one sort of context.
The only guy to be on like U.S. currency who wasn't a president. I mean, are you kidding me? This guy. How great of a guy do you have to be?
Whoa! Watch it. You need to back up there, pal. I mean, what about Alexander Hamilton?
Oh, is he on like the $1,000 bill or something?
Or the $10 bill?
That's it. Oh wow, I feel stupid. That's Hamilton. I thought that.
Come on.
Of course, yeah. Wait,
we'll edit that part out.
No, it's okay. No,
edit it out. Edit it out.
I deserve to be shamed.
No.
I deserve to be shamed for that. I even knew that because of that Lonely Island song about like lazy Sunday song.
We're editing this out. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I deserve the shame of the listener and of you. I deserve it.
No, we need to airbrush that part out.
No, listen, this isn't Tom Brady. This isn't Tom Brady's face on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Okay, we're not going to be airbrushing anything.
Yeah,
all right.
We don't. There's some works we don't want to show to the public here, Ben. But my point with Franklin was that he comes off in your the Walter Isaacson biography as kind of like this guy, especially when he's older in France, that could never get out of the friend zone. Like he was in all of the salons, and he wanted to pluck every single girl in there, and every single one of them was like, "Oh, you're so funny, Ben."
I think it's mainly because he was like kind of this older, sweaty, weird
Yeah.
guy, and
he like acted poor. Like
and also there was
shit.
like there was honestly a little mystery around his sexuality too. Like some people think he might have just been like asexual, like he just or maybe even he could have
I
been
don't know
gay.
about that, dude.
He could have been gay. I mean, and also there's other talk of there's other talk of like he could have actually hooked up with him, but there's just no record of it. It's like there's less records back then of their movements and everything. So
No, well, it was like there's one where I remember Walter Isaacson is talking about him at this lady's, big mansion, whatever, and she's taking a bath, and he's like talking to her, and he's like trying to like hit on her, and she's like, "Oh, Ben, you're so old," or like something to that. And you're like, "Oh, damn, God, that's gonna hurt for Ben."
I mean, this guy's like, he's old. He's an old, like fat, balding, sweaty guy wearing a coonskin cap, walking around. Like he's just, I mean,
really horny. He's just
I mean,
horny
he's drinking wine, getting gout, just like sweating on people, just probably
God.
burping a lot and just smelling like shit. I mean, I don't blame the ladies for. I mean,
yeah, you got to give women their props for being able to put up with men because that's probably how all men look.
I mean, back then there were probably a lot of beastie men.
Yeah,
it's true.
And men in general just don't care what women look like. Typically.
Okay.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say. I don't want to blanket it out with Erica. I mean, even
I feel like it's like the exact opposite
too. But I have standards too. I like I won't just fuck anything that moves. But
no, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go on your gravestone.
Yeah.
I will fuck. He fucked anything that moved.
Would fuck anything that moved.
That's you, buddy.
Yeah, maybe.
God, it sounded like a. That sounded like a.
Now that I'm liberated.
That sounded like a bird, like calling from the window. Is that you laughing? Jesus Christ! Are you all right, dude?
Oh God!
First man to die. First man to die in a podcast.
No.
Jesus Christ! That wacky weed.
Say what?
Is it that wacky weed that's getting you that wheeze?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's just the laugh, man. Does that?
I thought you took a big hit and you were like laughing as you were exhaling.
I mean, I do have a vape pen here, man.
What strain are you puffing on these days?
There's this Orange 43 that I got right now.
Is that like Agent Orange with something else?
I have no idea, man. But
sativa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a sativa guy. But like, so this. So do you get the vape pens? Do you get the pens?
I did for a while. But I stopped. I mean, I haven't. The only thing I get now is just the
edibles.
Just the edibles now. Yeah. I mean, I got so much shit, man. Like I went nuts at the very beginning when I first started going to dispensaries here. Like I got cartridges, I got herb, I got all this shit, and I completely overdid it. Like I do a lot of things. I just like it was like going to a buffet. Yeah. It was like I just was like I discovered vape.
Peace. Hey man, we probably won't have buffets anymore.
I know, dude. It's so sad.
Think about this.
Shit, you're right.
Kids might grow up and not even know what buffet means.
No, dude, you gotta keep the idea of buffets alive. It's like don't let it go the way of the dodo,
man.
What's the quote about keeping an idea alive? Like it doesn't die if you keep it alive, like the idea. I don't know what that quote is because I forgot it, but
Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan. Not dead. think of a way to remember or something like that. That's
But
Seinfeld.
no, man. Like I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, hopefully, like 3 years or however long from now, when it's not gonna be 3 years, but hopefully, like even like
Yeah.
18 months from now,
I hope to
the
God
phase
it's
will.
not 3 years.
Well, I'm just
Should be, buddy.
concerned.
You know what, be buddy? Not funny, but whatever. I don't know the descriptive to put it in, but if Trump gets defeated, God, hopefully, knock on wood.
Yeah,
And
so, man.
the new president fixes it and just kind of goes away, or just fixes it like that, and we'd be back back to work.
I don't think it's
Super-
gonna work that way, man.
Yeah.
This isn't a fantasy land. I mean, I
Oh, God.
do think it would have been a much better response, obviously, with a different president who would have at least kept the pandemic team intact. And also, let's be frank, I mean, there were multiple people who were trying to develop vaccines for this strain of COVID,
Yeah.
but they couldn't get funding because there was no money in the vaccine at the time. So,
Oh man, this has been a shit show from minute
yeah,
one. Man.
it's
I mean,
been
has just
horrible. It's been
a
horrible.
comedy. I mean, a
To
tragedy
put it
of
lightly.
errors.
Yeah, it really has been, man. It's been pretty stunning, but we
Yeah.
know this. It's been established. I feel like everybody with a brain, half a brain knows.
Yeah,
Let's think about happier things. Like your
on that note, segueing
guy.
into the only thing that is worth talking about, which is the draft.
No, actually, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about well, no, I do want to talk about the draft, but I want to get your immediate reaction to not only Gronk in Tampa Bay, but Brady in Tampa Bay. And then after that, I want to get your kind of like, I know you sent me a little recording and talking about Brady and stuff, but I want to hear what, like, just
The fantasy monologue.
what's the word? Like, yeah, a monologue, like,
I mean,
an obituary of Brady and Belichick in New England. Like,
I want,
because that's dead. Like that era is dead. It was 20 years. Brady's no longer in New England. All that glory, that 20-year run of glory that you had, that you never had to worry about your team being good. They were always going to be good. That excellence, it's officially over, dead. It's over.
Well,
I want to get your reaction to those things.
Well, I mean, was the legacy of Augustus dead when he perished in what was it, 19 BC, 19 AD? I mean, we're talking about that level of foundational piece, not just for the Patriots but for football in general. So, what is that phrase that term that if they don't die, if there's a way to remember them?
What is dead can never die?
Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan. No, Game of Thrones. Whatever. But the point is that I think when you look at it, name me another duo that has lasted 20 years. I don't care if it's football, basketball, what would like it could be politics, it could be movie, like in any genre, music. I mean, name me a duo that has lasted as long as Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Mick Jagger and Keith Richards.
That doesn't count, dude. That doesn't count. They're a band.
No. I totally know what you're saying. I know. Hey, Liz, I got the utmost respect for for Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
And Keith Richards,
how is he still alive?
and I mean, was he ever considered at the top of his profession?
It would be like if John Lennon and Paul McCartney were still together after all these years. Or like for 20 years straight. They were together. Well, actually, they were together. Were they together for 20 years? Like from the moment they met to when the Beatles broke up?
No, dude. You know what's
They
amazing?
met pretty early on, though. They met like when they were in high school.
They met in like the 50s. Dude, the 50s would have been high school for them.
And they broke up in like 69, 70? They might have been, But your point is well taken about the sports relationships. There hasn't been anybody like this. I mean, this is.
Yeah, I mean, now I would say like historical relationships, because I was kind of looking at it like, okay, let me think of it like what are some historical duos, and I had some off the top of my head, but I can't think of any right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't happen that 20 years of two people doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like that doesn't happen. So the real thing that we should be reveling right now is the fact that it lasted as long as it did. I mean, we should all get down on our knees and thank the football gods that what we witnessed from 2001 to 2019 was something that was unprecedented, that we will never see again in our lifetime.
Yeah, man. I mean, it didn't happen like ever. Well, it happened from 1966 to 1985, Dallas Cowboys, 20 straight winning seasons. Patriots only had 19 consecutive winning seasons. So it happened 1966 to 1985. So that's the all-time record. But
I mean, okay. Well, no.
So they're second place. They're second place, but it's an illustrious second place.
Well, and you act like that the Patriot streak is dead. I mean, as far as I know, the Patriot streak is still going as far as that record goes.
I'm afraid of that, actually, I'm not really afraid of it, because honestly, I don't mind Bill Belichick. I think he's hilarious. He's obviously a genius. I enjoy him immensely.
I think that's funny how he trolls the media.
Oh yeah,
in the NFL.
He knows what he's doing.
Osborne pointed it out. He was like, "Look, he's not even there." Every other coach is like sitting at the computer in this big palatial style mansion.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, God,
that was a show off. I mean, these guys are showing off a little bit. I feel like they probably rented a house. They probably rented a house just for the broadcast.
Yeah. But it makes you a little jealous looking at all that. But then, meanwhile, and then you got Bill Belichick, who granted was on Nantucket, so he wasn't scraping for food. But the place where he's at, it looks like a goddamn shack. And it looks like it's all like furniture that looks like it came out of the set from that 70s show.
I love that. I love that kind of furniture. I love the.
And he's
70s.
never there, and he's not there the entire time. He's not there, So
it'd be funny if a guy was like in a closet or something, like broadcasting, or like a guy sitting like in the bathroom, just like sitting, like taking a shit.
Or they're like Zool, let's see what's happening here, and you hear like the toilet flush. Like, oh God, that's not... And then they come back into the.
So like, what do you think that Gronk? Do you think he's going to be good next year? Like, just straight up, I think he's going to be good. I mean, he's only 30.
I mean, he's got that tight end position is going to be, you're still grasping for straws as far as depth goes there. So I mean, he almost automatically by default becomes a tight end one.
They got two other serviceable tight ends right now. I mean, they're going to trade Howard, but Brate's like one of the. I mean, he's the starting tight end. He's good. He's a good pass catching tight end. Why are you shitting on Brate?
Brady could actually be a sneaky, good tight end to pick up. More so in Dynasty, just in case, because I don't think he does anything in like redraft, but enough to warrant drafting him or anything, But he could. I can actually see him because the complexion of how he runs his routes. I mean,
The complexion.
but plus,
the complex nature of how he runs his
yeah,
routes.
exactly. It's just the complexity of it makes it so that he becomes one of Tom Brady's favorite targets. I can see
Wow,
that
so
happen.
you're admitting what has been talked about a lot about Brady, that
He likes people that do complex routes, that know the ins and outs of I want you here, I want you there.
So wait, who are they going to get? So Brady, okay, so Brady's going to be 43 at the start of the season. Who are they going to get as a pass catching back? Because he needs to have a dump off. Like, if I know one thing about Brady, he needs a tiny little Lilliputian running back who he can throw his negative 1 yard pass to, who will run for 15 yards.
He needs his little pugilist running back there, that fighter, that scrapper.
Who's available? Like, who do you think?
Ogunbowale.
They're just going to roll with him?
Yeah,
he's good. He's good.
But they got Keyshawn. They drafted Keyshawn Vaughn from Vanderbilt.
Okay.
In the draft this year, and in the third round, I loved Keyshawn Vaughn coming out. I thought he was kind of a little, kind of going under the radar. In fact, I was texting Osborne. I said, as the draft was going, I'm like, what do you think of your boy Keyshawn Vaughn? Because he went to Vandy. I'm like, it would be a shame if he didn't get drafted. Because I have no idea what the NFL heads think of Keyshawn Vaughn. I really liked him, and the fact that he got drafted in the third round, I think they're for real with him. Like that, he's going to be pushing Ronald Jones to take his spot. So
is he a good pass catcher?
He can run the ball. He can run the ball. He's kind of like a jack of all trades.
Nice.
So he can run. He runs with power. He can catch the ball. He's not the greatest catcher, but he's light years ahead of Ronald Jones.
Dinner plate.
I thought he was better than Peyton Barber.
Well, Peyton Barber is gone. I think he's gone.
Oh yeah, no, I think he's in Washington.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
or maybe
Ogunbowale. Yeah, I think I just kind of didn't even consider him, but because I feel like every time I watched him play or saw like a stat line of his, he just was really underwhelming. But with Brady, I mean, he could excel, I guess.
Yeah,
he's not like the little water bug type though.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with but he's from that Wisconsin system, just like James White. Like they're just kind of like scat guys. Like they've got that, the size of James White, but kind of the size of Melvin Gordon, so kind of boxy. Because Wisconsin has this a particular type of back that they look for, that they play with, and I mean, I can't even Monty Ball maybe was the last Wisconsin running back that like just fell on his face.
Well, you're asking the wrong guy, but like, I think because I don't know anything about.
But they've got a good track record. So like Dario Ogunbowale, you could do a lot worse than.
I think that's right.
I like Keyshawn Vaughn even more. So
they got Ogunbowale, Mike Evans. I honestly, man, I'm really bullish on their offense. Like,
they're going to be so good.
I think they're going to be really good, and as long as Brady can be like decent, and not completely disintegrate, as he could do.
As long as he's got like even a bit less than the tank, then he could have a good year.
I mean, you look at his stats. I mean, he still put up a pretty decent year last year, considering all the way the offense was kind of stuck in the mud. And
yeah, I mean, it was. You could tell last year, man. Brady was he had packed it in. Like you could tell in the first Buffalo Bills game, so like week 5. And they won the game, and I mean Bill
Barely.
Belichick
Yeah.
was ecstatic. Yeah, but Bill Belichick they did win it. I forget how that game went, but I know it got.
I remember Matt Barkley trying to lead them back last second, and they couldn't do it. But they were like, the Bills had a chance to win the game.
Maybe that was last year.
I think it was.
Last year. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. But then and Bill Belichick's, oh yeah, like it's a division opponent. Those are all tough. Our guys played great. I mean, he was just effusive, which in a way that he never was, never is. I mean, and then Tom Brady comes in and he does his little press conference and he's just like, yeah, just the guys weren't where they weren't supposed to be. Had a lot of missed throws. Can't do like he's dour about it all.
Yeah.
Kind of blah. And you could tell then that something was up. That year, like last year, like he had packed it in. Last
he quit.
season
He
was
quit
the
on
most
his team.
ungratifying 12-4 season that I've ever been a part of.
I feel like the defense. I've never seen such a fraudulent defense before. Like it was seemingly like the '85 Bears at the beginning of the year, and then completely just got exposed later in the year.
Yeah, and they didn't have an answer. Like so, once they realized, okay, we're gonna sorry, I was eating something. Once they realized that, hey, look, the Patriots linebackers like to over pursue, so we fake them out, thinking that it's that it's a run. They will over pursue the run and get caught flat-footed, and they didn't have an answer for that. Once they could combat the Patriots linebacking core, we didn't have an answer for it. And that's what you saw for the, and then we'd be getting, and that caused the secondary to have to shore up, so have to come in closer to guard the gaps left by the linebackers. I mean, it's just and then that left. I mean, you saw that in the Miami game, that last game. That all they had to do was win that. You win that Miami game, week 17. You know what changes? Now
so much changes.
Now, Patriots have a bye in the playoffs. They don't have to play Tennessee. Tennessee plays Baltimore. Probably beats Baltimore. Or I mean, they did beat Baltimore. They played Baltimore and would have beat them because they did already. And then they're playing Kansas City. And I think, and then whoever, and then they would come to play.
They had to go to Kansas City, right? Or would they play Kansas City at home?
They would have gone to Kansas City, assuming that Tennessee would have beaten. Assuming Tennessee would have beaten Baltimore, they would have gone to Kansas City.
Yeah, you could have another Super Bowl championship, all because you lost, but you lost to Miami. That's too bad.
Seriously, it's crazy how many things in during this 20-year dynasty, 20 years, unbelievable. But how many things
have gone perfectly lucky? Yeah.
Like if this one thing would have gone a different way.
Yep, like tuck rule. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So many things. So what you're saying is so many things went your way that would have, if one little thing went the other way, so you got a string of crazy lucky stuff happened to the franchise that shouldn't really happen. Almost unfair in a way. Yeah, no, I agree.
Rule. I mean, I don't know why people think that is luck when that is the actual rule.
But didn't they make the rule after that or something? I feel like that was
no. So they got rid of that rule like in 2010.
Okay.
But for the whole rule was like, okay, if you're going to pass and decide not to or whatever, and you're coming back in, you're tucking it back in, and it gets pulled out at that moment, then that's not a A fumble.
Not a-
I mean,
not
that was on the
incompletion,
books.
yeah.
Like, that's how it is. The Patriots actually lost a challenge earlier that year against the New York Jets because they challenged the call, and I believe Vinny Testaverde, the refs ruled that Vinny Testaverde didn't fumble because of the tuck rule, and they awarded the ball back to New York Jets. So that's not luck, pal. That was the rules. So, but once we get back to this thing of just one little thing went a different way, I mean, you're looking at another championship.
Yeah, dozens of lucky breaks throughout the years. That's you're right. You're totally right. But are you gonna be a Buccaneers fan this year? I just want to know right now because
so
just be honest. Are you gonna? Because I'm looking at their schedule. I want to go through the schedule with you. But first, just are you gonna be a fan?
God. As long as Tom Brady is there, I'm gonna hold my nose, and I will root for Tampa Bay.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty intrigued by their prospects this year. To be quite honest,
right?
They're an exciting team.
They really are. They really are, and
a lot of potential.
And with Gronk back, I mean, hold on.
What are you eating like taffy or something?
No, I'm eating Cheez-Its. I'm just like,
okay.
Me thirsty. So yeah, but Rob Gronkowski didn't want to play for Bill Belichick. So no, I'd rather retire, or you're going to pay me more money.
Or he didn't want to get thrown the ball by Stidham. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, well, but before that, before last year, he was
true.
Okay,
that's true.
I want to either I want to restructure my contract. I want to be making more money, or I'm going to retire. And he retired. And now he comes back this year, and he's like, "Hey, I want to come back, and I want to play for in Tampa." Goes to Tampa, and it's like, I don't need to restructure my contract. Yeah, I'll sign. I'll just finish out my contract that I finished out with. That time with New England, I'll just finish out with you guys. So you can see right there that it's like Bill Belichick. It was the thing that was making it so people didn't want to play there. People were just tired of it. People were just tired of it, of playing there. And I can't blame them. You know?
Well, how long do you think? How bad do you think Julian Edelman wants to go to Tampa Bay right now?
Oh God. He is like the little boy left out of the cool kids lunch table, and he wants in.
All his friends, all his friends are at the sleepover, and his parents said he couldn't go.
Yeah, and he's stuck.
Story of my life. Story of my childhood.
Yeah, right, man. I know it. Oh God, I always get in trouble and have to stay out of the big thing, the big dance, the big whatever.
No, I just my parents would never let me go to sleepovers, and it drove me crazy. But they finally relented.
Yeah,
it's funny what your priorities are like when you're that age. You know, that's the most important thing in your life is going to a sleepover, staying up all night, eating Papa John's pizza.
I tell Hudson, man, I'm like, dude, it's not worth it. Don't grow up. It's not worth it, bro.
hey! Don't grow up, bro. Just stop growing. Stop growing. Stop evolving.
Yeah, tell them. I'm like, it's so fun, man. They don't know. They are the total blank slate. At the time, I could be like, I tell them, I'm like, you don't have to grow up. Like, you choose to grow another age on your birthday, Hudson. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Like, if you don't want to, you can just be like, oh, I'll just stay 5 this year.
Be a Toys R Us kid. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, don't grow up.
Grow up, Daddy.
I'm like, dude, it's not worth it, man. I'm telling you right now. I say, Hudson,
don't you fucking grow up, son. Don't you fucking grow up.
I would have to be 5 every year. He's like, but no, he wasn't. God, man, I love nothing.
Sounds like Gollum. I don't ever want to grow up. I want to be a kid until I'm 80.
I gotta work on my kid imitation voice.
You should tell him like when he's 80, he'll still be like a 5-year-old. Like he'll be.
like Benjamin Button.
Yeah, just be like
Mhm.
he'll be young at heart. He'll be a 5-year-old in an 80-year-old's body. It's completely normal.
Oh, man, it was fun.
Well, let's go through this schedule really fast.
All right.
I'm just curious. We'll do the road games first. So because I really want to go.
I think the over under. Let's do this. The over under.
You picked 10 wins, right?
9.5. What?
You picked 10 wins. Yeah, so you think they're going to get to 10 wins.
I think
right?
I think so.
And Samuel thinks they're going to get.
Hold on. Let's do this. Let's see.
What was the over under that we set? We had an over under. It might have changed since we first looked at it.
I think I want to say it was 8.5 and 9.
Are you trying to worm out of it?
Well,
I think it's 9. It was 9. It was 9 because a 9 would be a push. So Sam thinks they're going to win 8. You think they're going to win 10. So let's go through their schedule. So at the Falcons, I feel like that's kind of a toss up. Okay, we can put that down as a win. At the Panthers, probably a win. At the Bears, that could be kind of a trap game.
Win.
It's early enough. It'll probably be they don't have the win. They don't have when these games are going to be. So it says TBA.
And let's also stipulate that's just like
at Soldier Field in
the
winter.
We might not have fans, but outside of fans, we're stipulating the regular game.
Yeah, they could just be playing like at a empty stadium or something. But if it's in the wintertime in Chicago, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, dude.
Let's just.
That's Tom Brady. That's Tom Brady. That's his bread and butter.
All right. Well, I'll give you a win there.
Touchdowns in a half.
I remember against the Titans, but that Titans team was coached by Jeff Fisher, and it was an awful defense.
Dude, those Bears don't inspire any confidence.
That's true, but their defense is pretty good.
Okay,
be real. So fine. We'll put that as a question mark for now. We'll go. I think.
Whoa! No. I'm just saying. I'm saying yes right there. No, that's a yes.
That's a win. Okay, fine. All right. We'll let you have that one. Okay, at the Denver Broncos.
See that one. Now that one is a questionable one.
He plays bad in Denver.
And he does. Mile High is a tough one for him.
Gasping for air out of those 43-year-old lungs.
I'll put that. Let's put that one as a loss. Let me think about that one. We'll put it
all right. So they're 3-1 right now. 3-1, and then so at Detroit Lions, that's a win.
Win. So
4-1. At the Saints, they get 2 matchups with the Saints. I'd say it's a loss. At the Saints,
man, he's got Breeze's number. He beats Breeze all the time. We'll put that down as a win.
At the Saints?
Yeah, I think he will, man.
Just remember, all you have to do is get to 10 wins. There's going to be easier games coming up. I'm just saying. I think to be safe, we put that down as a loss. So 4-2.
I don't think he's going to go through the division 6-0.
Well, he's going to play the Saints at home. We'll put that down as a win. When he plays the Saints at home. He's not going to beat the Saints at home and on the road most likely. I mean, that's kind of.
Yeah, I think he'll go 5-1 in division.
Well, who is he going to lose to if not the Saints?
Yeah. So or at Falcons, and I think we just did at Falcons.
Yeah, and we put that on as a win. So,
but I think
maybe we should put that down as a loss. Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that they'll beat. I don't think Matt Ryan's ever beat Tom Brady. So now I'm going to change that. The Falcons aren't going to beat Tom Brady
at all.
I could see Bree. Okay. At New Orleans.
Yeah.
Put that as a loss.
All right. So right now 4-2. He's 4-2. They're 4-2. So then at the Giants, that's probably a win. 5-2. At the Las Vegas Raiders, your boy.
Wow, man! Yeah, I've come to have.
You're so high. You are so high on this team. It's like
They're a good team.
the Bucks
I
and the
like
Raiders are
John Gruden.
jostling to be the apple of your eye this year.
I like Mike Mayock. I like John Gruden. I think they know what they're doing. I mean, talk about a team that just went all out this year on speed. Like, I mean, they
Classic
just
Raiders.
looked at. Well, I mean, but not just them, man. I mean, everybody's doing it. I mean, look at Denver. Denver drafted KJ Hamler, just like, and Jerry Jeudy, and then they went and got Albert Obokongwon, he's a tight end, one of the better tight ends in the draft. I mean,
Nice. But doesn't Denver already have a pretty good tight end or a good young tight end?
Yeah, they drafted one Noah Fant in the first round last year.
Oh yeah,
pretty
Fant.
good. And then they got this guy in the fourth this year who ran like a 4 as a tight end, ran like a 4.48, which is I mean, that's Evan Ingram speed. So I mean, everybody's trying to get, especially the teams in the division. I mean, they need speed to compete with the Chiefs.
It's true.
You know,
No, that's a good point.
I mean, that's how they won last year. Is just being faster than everybody. So I think if so you're seeing the Raiders, they got Henry Ruggs, and
I like him.
Yeah,
I like Ruggs.
Yeah, did you see clips on Twitter of him playing basketball in high school?
No.
Dude, he just beat, like, he was a beast among boys.
Just like super athletic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like
shit,
crazy athletic. The not like he ran a 4.27, which I mean is probably one of the top 4 times of all time in the combine.
So the Raiders have him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The thing about Henry Ruggs, though, the knock on him was, I mean, nobody doubted his talent. He went to Alabama. Nobody doubted his talent, but like he didn't put up numbers. But at Alabama, granted, like there's a lot of really good players at Alabama. The ball has to be spread around, you know.
Yeah.
But he didn't put up, great numbers at Alabama. But yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued by him.
Interesting. Well, okay, let's put this down as a loss then, because I think every team's gonna get up for the Buccaneers. And I mean, all their games are gonna be on national TV.
Well, hold on. Do you think teams are gonna get up for the Bucs?
I think they will, man. I think there's like title aspirations swirling around.
It's the Bucs, though.
I know, but they're like a super team. They got Gronk, Evans, like Godwin, Brady.
Going into 2000 this year.
Fucking Wale, Cameron Brate.
I know, right? It's like a who's who of professional football players right there. That I think teams are going to be more inclined to have that feeling. Oh, we got to knock off the top team. It's going to be the Patriots. It's not going to be the Buccaneers.
But the Patriots don't have any. They don't have zero star power. Like a shell. I'm not sure if this is going to be true or not. They could still be good this year. I'm just saying that they seem like they've been sapped of all their power, whereas that power has been transferred to Tampa Bay now. I feel like don't you get the sense that Tampa Bay is like a title contender? I mean, let's look at the odds. Look at the odds. Teams, NFL, Super Bowl. I'm gonna look at the Super Bowl odds. I'm curious because 2020. Let's see. 2021. Kansas City is the top getter. Tampa Bay is 5th.
Wow.
Like so, What's Kansas City, Baltimore, San Francisco, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. New England's 2 spots down, plus 2,000.
Oh wow.
Tampa Bay is plus 1,200. So
wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tampa Bay. I mean,
really?
so yeah, I guess they're not like. I guess Kansas City is the team to beat, but Tampa Bay is just gonna have. I feel like there's going to be a lot of teams that want to take them down. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I could be wrong, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. Obviously, Kansas City is going to be like
And
the
think about
equivalent
it.
of like the Golden
Kansas
State Warriors.
City,
But
Kansas City is a D Ford offsides penalty away from probably being back-to-back champs.
I know, man, they're going to be good for a long
They're
time
gonna
if
be really
everyone can
good.
stay healthy.
They're
If
really good.
Mahomes can just be healthy, hopefully he's done
Yeah.
knocking his kneecap out of place or whatever the hell he did earlier in the year.
I'm surprised he was able to come back and
He came back so quickly from that. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like
superhuman.
Ever, you know?
Yeah, young, those young ligaments. Telling you.
Oh, wow.
All right, so now, so let's just give them a loss at the Raiders. So now they're 5-3.
Whoa, no, they're winning against the Raiders. Yeah, I love how you're just slipping losses in here.
So wait, so you're telling me that they're gonna be better on the road than at home? Because that would put them at 6-2 on the road, and you only need to get to 10 wins to win your bet.
I thought it was 9.
No, nine would give you a push, but to win the $50, you need to get to 10.
All right, so who else we got? All right,
so okay, we'll just give them that win. All right, whatever. Then this is it's your bet.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. You could be right, honestly. You could be right. So it's so they're 6-2 right now. Now these are all their home games. Excuse me. Okay, first one, Atlanta Falcons.
Win.
That's a win. Okay. So they are 7-2. Now they take on the Panthers.
Win.
8-2. Now they take on the Saints. And they lost to the Saints at home in our scenario.
Win.
All right, 8-2. Packers at home. I feel like Packers at home is a loss. Rodgers outduels Brady on Monday night or something. They make it a huge deal, like two gray beards going at it. Rodgers pulled something out of his ass.
Yeah, do that one last. What else we got?
All right, question mark on that one. Vikings at home.
Win.
They got some tough guys or tough teams at home here. So you think that's a win, eh? That's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah, like I don't like. Why do I not believe in any of these teams? All right, keep going.
I think we know why. Your love for TB12, but well, your obsession, your really weird sexual.
No. I'm trying to. I'm doing my best to look at this objectively. I really am.
Right. Well, the next one is going to be a loss, most likely.
All right.
Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll put that down as a loss.
That's a loss. Then you got the Chargers minus interception machine, Phillip Rivers. Old noodle arm.
Yeah, but plus interception machine, Justin Herbert.
But it's gonna probably be. It could be Tyrod though, and depends on when this is in the season. Could be Tyrod.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, it's gonna be a win for Tampa. So okay, go.
Rams last game. Rams, Los Angeles Rams.
Win.
Really? I feel like that's a loss, man. The pass rush will get to Brady.
Why? Why would it?
The pass rush, man. I mean, I maybe you could be right. I'm just saying, like, that's one of those like kind of 50-50. I mean, and we still have to go back to the Packers.
There's going to be a loss at. I can see a loss at Denver. I can see a loss against Kansas City. I can see a loss.
Packers? Oh, you said the Saints. The Saints.
Saints
at the Saints, and then you said win against the Saints at home, and then you said a loss to. You said they would beat the Falcons twice. You haven't beaten the Falcons twice.
I've got them at 3 losses, 13-3.
Wow.
For sure. But then there's and I'm not counting like.
So
Packers.
You're saying they're going to beat the Packers? Wow.
13. Now, I mean, But think about it, man. Do those Packers teams ever seem as good as they are? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying, but they still end up winning games against good teams. Surprisingly.
they do, which is why I'm like on the fence about that. But like, even the teams that like go really far, like last year, like you never think that they're that good.
Well, all this really depends on how good the defense is for the Buccaneers because they had some really awful moments last year. Some of that was because of Jameis chucking pick sixes nonstop.
They've actually got a
good run defense.
They're like, their run defense is. They've got Ndamukong Suh. They've shored up.
That's a nice pickup.
Devin Smith. Yeah.
Did they have Suh last year too?
Devin White. Yeah.
Did they?
I thought, wasn't Suh on there last year?
I think so. Yeah.
Right?
So he resigned. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw he signed there, but I couldn't remember if he played for them last year or not. It's probably why the run D was so good.
Yeah.
One of the reasons.
So then they got. I want to say they drafted somebody in the this year for a cornerback. So I mean, I think the parts are there.
I do too, man. I think they're going to be good. Honestly, I really do.
I just worry that like Tom Brady's 43. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 43. And
all it's going to take is like one bone crunching hit.
Yeah, and
so fragile, like a China doll.
Yeah, like come on, treat him with a little bit of respect. Like
so, okay, I just want to check with. Go ahead, finish what you're going to say.
Oh, I was just saying this isn't George Washington in his prime fighting the Indians in the Friction Indian War. This is Benjamin Franklin.
With gout at age 93 in the Senate, like passing out in the Senate.
Exactly. Yeah. This is how you guys need to expect. Don't expect, big old whippersnapper to come walking through those doors in Tampa.
I have never heard somebody lower expectations more than you are right now.
Like, look,
as much as you saying the praises for this guy, now you're lowering. What are you presenting me with? Like, is it gonna be like Brad Johnson level? Not even Brad. Trent Dilfer? Are you trying to set us up for Trent Dilfer?
I just want to have realistic expectations. I'm like the president here. All right. Look, if we get this under, this will be a heck of a job. If we can get Tom Brady over 6 wins, I think that's a success story.
You just said they're going to go 13-3.
Yeah, I want to think for high, but like anything over 6, we should say is a good year.
I just feel like with Bruce Arians, so like you have to remember last year they were 7-9. And they lost. They were like their losing point differential, or their point differential was really low. I can't speak. You know what I'm saying? So like they lost a lot of close. They lost a lot of close games, and I just feel like a lot of that was because of Jameis and his poor decision making.
And the game, I think
40 turnovers.
I think a lot of those games though were over way before the final
you might be right.
Clock went to 0 because you could see in his face that like a lot of those Tampa Bay games. I'm thinking of one specifically on Sunday morning that was played in London against the Panthers.
Oh yeah.
So you could see Bruce Arians say like like
after like the second pick 6 in like the first quarter.
This game's over already. I think Jameis Winston put them in that position. Out of those, what were they, 7-9? Out of those 9 losses, I bet 7 of them were lost within 5 minutes of the game starting.
Well, let's
you know what I'm saying?
Let's go through their schedule really fast from last year. They lost 31-17 to the Niners week 1. They beat the Panthers 20-14. They lost to the Giants 32-31. They beat the Rams 55-40. Saints 31, Buccaneers
Jeez, they
24.
lost 32-31 to the Giants.
Yeah, that's when what's
I
his
like.
name had like 4 touchdowns. Or he had like he had 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns. The
Oh
rookie,
yeah, no, I
and
do
everyone was
remember him.
like,
I'm like, how do I
"Oh,
not
he's
even remember
he's the
that?
next superstar. He's gonna be
Yes,
amazing." And then he
yes,
just like
okay,
crumbles after that. He had some good
yeah,
moments after that, but
yeah.
anyways. So yeah, so then you have like Panthers beat him 37-26. Titans beat him. I'm sorry, yeah, Titans beat him 27-23. Seahawks beat him in overtime 40-34. They beat the Cardinals by 3, 30-27. They lose by 21, I think, to the Saints, 34-17. So they get blown out there.
Oh
They
god,
kill the Falcons 35-22. They kill the Jaguars 28-11. They beat the Colts by 3, 38-35. They kill the Lions 38-17. They lose by 3 to the Texans, and they lose in overtime to the Falcons 28-22. I'm just saying there are a lot of close games in there, and they could have easily been like 9-7 instead of 7-9 or 10-6. And then you take out Jameis, you put in Brady, who hasn't. I mean, when's the last time he even had double-digit interceptions? He
yeah,
doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. I mean,
he does. He protects the
and
ball. I think
Jameis threw 30 interceptions.
the
Brady
thing,
threw
like,
8 interceptions last year. He threw 11. I'm sorry, Brady threw 11 2 years ago. But
2018. Yeah, man.
but
He,
he threw he it just compared to 30, like anything is low, basically. But
and those 11 interceptions 2 years ago, like if you look, he doesn't do that. He does not throw double-digit interceptions.
well, he's done it a lot in his
he,
career, but he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions.
does he?
Sure.
Has he?
I mean, 2001 he threw a double-digit interceptions. 2001 through
That doesn't count.
2006.
Every year
2009,
So,
2011,
so
2013,
gaudy.
and 2018.
So gaudy.
Probably like half his
gaudy.
seasons.
Gaudy
I was
stats.
so wrong about
Gaudy
that. He's-
stats. Gaudy stats.
We
Good
can toss some
God,
biscuits up
that's
there.
gaudy.
Definitely.
He knows how to protect the football.
I mean,
Really?
he's
got that many seasons with
compare-
double-digit
no.
interceptions? That blows my mind.
yeah, it's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, no, he
Kind of
gets it, like,
shatters your perception of him. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, not really, but I mean, it does. Because I know 2 years ago, his interceptions. You're just like, what the fuck are you thinking?
I mean,
throwing
he
that?
had 2 interceptions in 2016. That's insane. 2
Yeah,
interceptions,
yeah.
28 touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah, that
my
was
point.
like the record. That
Yeah,
was
it's
the
crazy.
record.
A 0.5 interception percentage. That's insane.
Yeah.
But my point is that like you put him in, you sub him in for Jameis, and then you upgrade with Gronkowski, and man, I don't know how man, how could their record not improve? Like at least 2 or 3 wins at least.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
and they drafted Tyler Johnson from the Minnesota, who was like a AP All-American last year. I
What's
really
he
like
play?
him.
What's he play?
Wide
Wide
receiver.
And they also have Justin Watson, right?
Oh God, yes, the great white hope, Justin Watson. He is a.
He's gonna He's gonna see the field quite a bit this year, I bet.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I hope he does. He is a. He's a measurable, just wet dream. He just oozes athletic ability. Let's see if he knows how to run a route. He should, because his timings and his testing say that he should. But
This is what's his name again?
Justin Watson.
Oh, I was talking about the guy. I was talking about the guy this year they drafted.
Tyler Johnson.
Oh,
He
okay.
was. Hold on. He was like, for some reason. So he wasn't invited to the Senior Bowl, and he decided not to do any of the combines. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till my pro day," and then coronavirus happened. So like, he was kind of a black box as far as his testing goes. But he tore up the college ranks, both this past year and the year before. but I don't. For some reason, NFL scouts just didn't like him. I don't get why, but um, but yeah, he's there now. I think he's going to be taking the place of not Justin Watson, then Tyler Johnson's going to be taking the place of Rashad Perriman. You got,
Yeah.
I mean, you got him, Godwin, and Mike Evans, who, I mean, towards the end of the year, like they weren't ever on the same floor, or I mean, excuse me, on the same field, because Evans got hurt, then Godwin,
Yeah.
and then so it was just Perriman left. So it's going to be interesting to see how that. I am highly intrigued to see how this shapes out, because I mean,
Me too, man.
If you have a coach that's the exact opposite of Bill Belichick, then he would look like Bruce Arians. Like
Yeah.
the guy is as Jimmy Buffett as it gets. Oh, whatever, bro. Just with this Kangol hat that you can just, oh man, yeah, just I'm gonna go toke some reefer, bro. Like he seems like one of those guys that is gonna be a breath of fresh air for both Tom and Rob. I love to see it. You just want the
first name basis with these guys.
That's pretty
cool.
Tom and Rob. Yeah, you want to see them.
Robbie and Tommy sitting in a
succeed.
tree.
I think when we look back on it, we're gonna have the Last Dance the way we're doing it with Michael Jordan right now. We're gonna have the Last Dance.
Oh God.
It'll be a 10-part.
That's a bridge too far. I think you just crossed the Rubicon with that.
But I think that's where we're headed, man. Because I mean, we got to have an oral history of what happened in these 20 years and what the coup that happened.
Well, if Brady wins a Super Bowl with his team, he's going to. I mean, what he's already done, and it pains me to say this, but what he's already done is unprecedented. But if he does, if he wins a Super Bowl or even gets like really deep in the playoffs, even makes it to a Super Bowl.
Makes it to the playoffs? Wow, yes. Yeah,
no.
Go on.
No. He has to like get to like he has to get to the NFC Championship game or make it to the Super Bowl, I think, and then like it's just gonna put him. I mean, it's gonna be hard to top that career. It's gonna be hard to top that career, honestly.
Is there a level above Zeus? Like, can he do that?
Cronus, his father.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, above that, above Saturn.
All right, let's not get carried away. I mean, let's not
get carried away. Can we make one? Like,
I'm just saying, like, it's on the table because the way the team. That he's better than Zeus. No.
It's on the table.
No. He's one of the great. He is the greatest QB of all time. You can't deny it because of his stats and his accomplishments, all that stuff. Can't deny it. I admit that. Even I admit that.
You really can't.
But
you really can't.
It would just be like a platinum cherry on top of his career if he's able to get really far with Tampa Bay. I feel like if he gets to the Super Bowl, it's just going to be incredible. Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be historical shit we're witnessing at that point.
Wait, no. I thought the Patriots are the Patriots and the Buccaneers not playing this year?
No.
You're sure about that?
Well, I'm going by what I'm finding on the internet. I know we
just went over the schedule. But I was positive that they were playing this year.
No, I don't think they're playing this year. They might play next year.
The Chiefs, because they play the Chiefs. Okay. Yeah, they don't play this year. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they'll play next year. They'll schedule it next year.
Yeah, you do. If they play. Imagine if they played in the Super Bowl. What?
Wow.
Oh, wow. This is what.
But Stidham's not going to take him to. You really think Jared Stidham? Now, this could end up being like a freezing cold take, but like Jared Stidham.
Yeah, this is just like what I dream at night. I actually think the Patriots, this is going to be a rebuilding year. I am like.
He could have been he could be the second coming of Tom Brady.
Yeah, but there's a once in a lifetime quarterback. You get one of those, per lifetime. You know what? The disappointing thing about you and when you and your the 49er fans of our crew were born, because you get one of those per lifetime, and your lifetime you were awarded one. It just happened when you guys were too young to recognize it. So it was like, oh man, we missed out. I mean,
we had like a little mini. We had a little mini run there with
like
Harbaugh, and now we're gonna have a little mini run with Shanny Jr. So we everything's gilded in gold for the Niners fans.
Hey man, I like Shanahan.
Except for those dark ages with Alex Smith. But we're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. Those 8 years where he had a different offensive coordinator every single year.
Yeah. We're
Poor
off
guy.
in the wilderness. You had
Poor
to
guy.
do it. You had to do his own. Yeah.
Tiny hands. Love that
and,
guy.
Well, who was your Jim Bob Tom Sula? Oh God.
Jim Tom Sula, I think it's, or Tom Sula. I know his last name was Tom Sula. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless his heart, man. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah, y'all had to go. And hey, Patriots are right behind you guys. We are going to.
No, they're going to go 10-6. They're going to win the division again.
We are about to go down that path of the wilderness.
This is perfect for. No, you're not. This is perfect. This is perfect for Bill Belichick. He gets to show his it's going to be just a pure coaching season. It's just going to be like he has exactly what he wants it. A bunch of scrubs where he can order them around. He's gonna have all these devise all these crazy schemes.
Man, I'm afraid he's gonna have a reality check. He's gonna get a reality check. He's gonna realize that he needed Tom a lot more than he thought he did, and that he can't just coach his way out of this one.
Well, give me their record. Or what's the record gonna be? 8-8, 7-9.
9-7. I'm gonna say 9-7. Because
I'm look at their schedule really fast. I don't want to go through their schedule like we did with the other one, but I just want to see.
Yeah. You can go through it quick. You just go win, loss, win, loss.
That's weird. They're playing the Falcons, but they don't play the Buccaneers. Interesting. Okay.
No, but then that has to be preseason. Make sure that you're looking at preseason.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. No, I think this is 2000. This is the regular season.
2020.
Yeah. The year 2000. No, yeah. So they play the Falcons, Bills, Panthers, Texans, Colts, Dolphins. Another easy ass schedule. Bills, Dolphins, Jets. Jesus Christ, dude. Jaguars, Titans, Saints.
Oh.
Wait. It says Buccaneers here. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I knew they did. I knew they were playing the Buccaneers.
No, this isn't right. This is
wrong.
Dude. I think this is wrong. Jesus Christ! I really hope we didn't do the wrong schedule. No, that was the right one. No, we did the right one. We did the right one. No, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Bills, Texans, Chiefs, Chargers, Rams, Dolphins, Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Broncos, Raiders, Cardinals, 49ers, Ravens, Jets, Seahawks. So it's more difficult than I thought.
Yeah, what was
some of that is preseason, I think.
What was the one you were reading, the last one?
That was 2000. That was 2021.
Okay, all right.
In the Tampa Bay
on 2020.
The Tampa Bay one that I read earlier, that was from 2020. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
they play Tampa Bay next year. Okay.
Yeah. But that's more difficult than I thought. So they got Chiefs, Rams. It's not that bad. 49ers, Ravens, and Seahawks. Those are like the best teams I think they play. So, whatever, man.
Those divisional games are harder than they look, man. Like
the Bills games will be hard. The Bills games will be hard.
And plus they never go. I think they've done it twice where they've gone the whole year and undefeated in the division. So they did it the year that they went undefeated, and then one other year, like in 2012 or something like that.
Yeah.
So they don't go undefeated through the division, especially not this year without Tom Brady and with all the other teams loading up. Like I actually think that this is going to be a really hard year for the division. Like I think everybody's going to be around that 9-7 number.
Dolphins were tough at the end of last year.
Yeah, they fought, but they're also
They beat the Patriots. They knocked them out of that 1 seed or the 2 seed.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, think about that.
And they did that in 2015 too. They did it, and if we would have beaten them in 2015, we would have had the number 1 seed. Wouldn't have had to go to Denver to play Peyton Manning, and we would have beaten it. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Miami. Hate Miami. Hate them.
Yeah. Now they got Tua. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, I think I'm gonna bust out of here. I gotta get some dinner and stuff. But
I hear you, bro. But hey, man, bottom line is, Tom Brady is looking like he's found a renaissance in Tampa Bay. He's going to show the rest of the league how stupid they were to pass on him.
It was weird that there wasn't as big of a market as I thought there would be, honestly.
No, and then that goes to show you just how bad he wanted to get out.
And what is going on with Cam Newton?
Dude, I think, man, I think he's either his asking price is too high or teams are just scared the hell about his injury. Like there's still not enough clarity with his injury. I mean, it has to be one or the other. Or
you think he's gonna go to the Patriots? I know I keep asking you this. It's gonna be dude, the price is gonna be so low.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and it gets to that point where it makes sense for on both sides to do like a 1-year prove it deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it gets to a point where it's in Cam's interest to just suck it up. And I think Belichick's reticence is centered on the fact that this diva coming in and doing.
But has he ever been like a problem in the locker room?
He's never been.
He works hard. He's just kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, he's just
kind of arrogant, but he's like
Yeah, idiosyncratic. Like he's just kind of like off in his own like. Yeah, like I
crazy
question
font.
how well he takes the direction,
But I think you're right though. He could suck it up for 1 year.
But and then there's also Washington. I could see the Redskins going after him because of Rivera, the connection with Rivera, and I don't believe in Dwayne Haskins. But like,
oh no,
outside of that, man, you're starting to see there aren't spots for quarterbacks. Like the quarterback market is oversaturated, which I don't think I've ever said in my entire fandom.
Yeah.
Like, is there ever been
kind of crazy though? Like, he's Cam Newton. Like, I mean, he's just been hurt. Like, he's still like relatively young, and I just don't get it. I mean,
I totally know. I get what you're saying, but I mean, the fact that he is unemployed like right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, even with his injury, like even with his injury history, it just speaks to how like there are no openings. Everybody's rolling with the people that they have. Like, yes, he would be better than Daniel Jones with New York, but like New York already invested with Daniel Jones.
They're trying to develop him.
I'm not saying he isn't. He's not one of the 32 best quarterbacks in America right now. He is, but the way it goes is that like he's like we're saturated. The market is saturated, which I think is just amazing that we're
Yeah.
at that point.
And there's not as many like win now teams. There's not as many teams that either are win now or don't already have a QB that's like tied to this gigantic contract. Like in the Rams, for instance, like they're tied to old Jared Goof over there, and this crazy contract.
But like I think how many teams are out there that are saying whose fans are saying like, okay, we don't have a chance this year. Like I legit think the Patriots are one of maybe like 3 or 4 teams.
Jaguars. That's what they're saying.
Fans? Yeah, maybe they're fans. Yeah. Yeah, maybe there are, or maybe the Bears. But the Bears have like such a good defense, right?
I mean, I don't know why who do the Raiders have? They just have
teams. What?
Why not the Raiders? Yeah, Bears too. The Bears have Foles now.
Raiders. I just think though, like there are a lot of teams right now that could legitimately say to themselves, "We're in win now mode," and I think it hasn't been like that in a while. I'm just part of me. I don't know if I'm like building it up because I'm like, oh man, I can't wait for the season. I can't wait for the season. Give me something. Feed it to me. Like I'm so starved for sports.
No, I know the NBA playoffs will be starting soon, and don't know when that's gonna.
Like, I'm hearing stuff that they're wanting to push that to like they're seriously like, what is Mark Cuban? Have you been hearing him say anything or talking about?
Supposedly on May 1st, they're going to decide what to do. They're like going to release. They've been like debating, looking at the news, and I guess getting recommendations from scientists and all kinds of other stuff. And then I think on March 1st, they're going to decide. I think it's March 1st. I'm sorry, May 1st. It's May 1st, of course.
Yeah.
They're going to decide what to do.
Because I heard that owners have been pushing, even before coronavirus, we're pushing to have the season start not, on Halloween, but Christmas Day. Make it start there, and so that way it pushes the season into the summer, and so have competition with baseball.
Interesting.
Baseball, the logic being that instead of competing against the NFL for the first 2 months of the season, why not compete against the major MLB the last 2 months of the season? So that would make sense, because I would love to watch basketball in the summer.
Yeah, I would too, man.
I think that would be like a really good idea. So if they could, and this would be like the perfect environment to like kind of test out ways of to see if it'll work, or like a summer league will work, to see if that gets ratings.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they should do it. I think if there's any way that they can figure out a way to do it, man, I hope they really.
There's such a thirst for it right now. There's such a thirst for sports, like crazy.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, how would you, if you were like, okay, what would you do? Would you finish the season, or would you just say, all right, the top 8, the top 8 for each conference?
Man, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I've gone back and forth. Like, part of me was just really wants to see, because there's a part of it that I find frustrating because for the stats, because it's like if you just stop this season and just be like, well, to hell with this season, let's just go on to the next season. Like, it just there's no champion, it's just all this shit is like all up in the air, and then like it's basically like a wasted season. So something like you were describing, where they like play the games, they start playing and like play into the summer, and then maybe do like a lockout shortened season kind of thing next year or something.
Apparently, from what I'm hearing, like Las Vegas like if they do it, Las Vegas is the only viable spot
Yeah.
where they can,
Yeah, they're
like,
just
do
gonna it's
this.
gonna be like open gym and they're just gonna be like at hotels, just all in one spot. That could be kind of interesting, but then there's gonna be an asterisk on the season no matter what, though, or on the championship. So it's kind of
Nah, man. Now if they actually if they had the championship, like if they actually did the playoffs, if they did the playoffs, the only thing that would be different would be like what
home
crowd.
court. The crowd's big though, man. The home court advantage and stuff. Like
It is, but I don't think you could put an asterisk next to it. Like if
I'm not saying it. Listen, I'm not saying that that necessarily like that's the way it should be, but I feel like people will look at it that way. You know,
Oh,
kind
no,
of like
man.
when the Spurs won that one year and Phil Jackson called it like an asterisk short season.
99.
Yeah, I'm not, and that was kind of a dick thing to say, but
Yeah,
we'll
I bet
see,
he doesn't
man.
think that now. I bet
hope
he's a little jealous because he was like, because he was coaching back then.
yeah. Well, I hope
But-
they bring it back. I really do.
Yeah,
Jonesy.
I got my fingers crossed, man. I think, yeah, it sucks to say, but like I think they're like society is pushing that way anyway. Like we're getting restless, you know. Like you're seeing it all
some
over.
people are.
Yeah.
I mean, well, people
Yeah.
are restless, but some people are like getting out in the streets and demanding that they go back to work. You know,
Yeah.
Which some of that's just desperation because they need the money, you know, and
Yeah,
but some
yeah,
but
I mean,
also some of that is also just like crazy people too, you know.
Yeah, it's a little bit of each, but yeah, I think that, but you're starting to see this. Like, okay, we need to like people need to have that outlet, you know. So,
No,
like,
I feel that, but people got to be patient too. But it's just not in people's nature, especially these days. But it's true. But I really do think a lot of that is just out of desperation because they're poor. They're poor people who need to go back to work because they're not getting their unemployment, or they haven't gotten their measly little stimulus payment yet or something, you know. So they're just like scared and desperate. But I will say they got some of these protest signs are
yeah,
they're fucking horrible, man. Like,
yeah,
they're hilarious. They're
fun to
hilarious.
chuckle to.
They're hilarious
in the worst way
tragic
possible. I mean, we're end of times. Armageddon is here, so
Yeah,
you know,
man.
at least
On
we have
that
this
note,
podcast as our-
on that note, let's call it a day.
All right, bud. Well, yeah, have a good one. Good combo.
Yeah, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You too, buddy. Have a good night. Peace.
Gaudy Stats. Gaudy Stats.